Hello, this is the Hardcore Legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Wrestling POV content may not be suitable to some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Wrestling POV content may not be suitable to some audiences.
Wrestling POV is preposterous, is obnoxious, is atrocious, is ridiculous, is churlish, is interesting, but stupid! Wrestling POV is your point of view, bring you 20 years of change in the wrestling business. From the spotlight to the polls, from birthdays to hot tech news, wrestling news, rumors, and injury report, covered by the greatest in the whole damn sport. This week in wrestling, who made the book? 5 second shuffle, pay-per-view, point game. Love, peace, and wrestling is what they're all about. So sit back, kick back, and hear them all out.
Extreme rules.
Yes.
Pay-per-view. Yes. No, not excited for this one.
No. Where's the hype? I don't feel the hype. There's no hype behind it.
You know what? I think what a lot of people are disappointed on is the fact that there's only one damn match that's Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
And it's Roman and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Which we already know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Does it make this game easy tomorrow night?
I mean,
Not. I wouldn't say easy. This game's really never.
No. And there's a lot of people out there who think that that this game's easy. It's not.
No.
You get people who throw in all of their points in, and not smart at all. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this one either. I just think the hype of this is just not there.
no, it's not. I'm definitely not there.
I don't know what's going on. I will be honest, is that Roman, he's on a different level right now.
Yes, he is.
It seems to me like he's carrying both shows. And I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm obviously going to still watch the pay-per-view.
Oh, for sure.
We have to for our journalistic. What do I always? Yeah, that one. Anyway, yeah. Extreme Rules. We're gonna do the pay-per-view points game later on today. Later on. Right now, let's get into our Facebook page. Spotlight this week is Robert Roode.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Robert Roode or Bobby Roode, whatever you want to call him? Let's just get into it. The guy started his training back in 1998, did a bunch of independent stuff. He worked for WWE a couple of times on a couple of shows like Jacked and Sunday Night Heat and stuff like that. Never made it big. 2004, came into TNA, came into his own, did his own thing. Everybody at the beginning was just like, yo, this is Rick Rude's son, which is not true.
No.
He had the robe, he had the look, but also from Minnesota, so it was just like, this is real familiar. But he did it, man. He made a big name for himself in TNA, and let's not forget his tag team with James Storm, Beer Money, was one of the greatest tag teams. You know, he got an award for the tag team of the year. He was a 8-time tag team champion in TNA. He was a 2-time heavyweight champion, King of the Mountain champion.
Wow.
He did his thing in TNA, and he went to WWE, became NXT champion.
Yeah.
Became a 3-time tag team champion, a United States champion, a 24/7 champion.
Jesus.
But my question is, what are your thoughts on him? Is he going to ever get into the main event picture? And the more I look at him, the more that I see that he's over 45 years old now.
Is he?
I don't think it. Yeah. I think Bobby Roode's days are numbered. I don't think, unless he goes back to TNA Impact, he's never gonna hold heavyweight championship in WWE, and that's unfortunate. Guy is a damn good wrestler. He has a damn good look. He's damn good on the mic. The guy is a triple threat, and he's not given the opportunities. I mean, they place him with Dolph Ziggler, who is, you know what? And I'm gonna say this because I used to be a big Dolph Ziggler fan. I feel like Dolph Ziggler is like, should I say it? I'm gonna say it. I feel like he's a cancer to WWE.
Damn.
And I'm sorry. Like, I know but like, you have to really look at Dolph Ziggler, and it's just like anybody he's around, he just brings down, bro. Like, you know, when he was feuding with The Miz, that storyline sucked. No one cared about that. He's with Bobby Roode. Nobody cares about that. You know? Yeah. He goes there he's obscure, you know? Like, nobody cares about Dolph Ziggler anymore. Like,
how old is Dolph Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler's in his 40s for sure.
Yeah.
And how long is his contract with the WWE? Do you know?
Probably forever, because they love him, because he just allows people to do whatever they want to him.
They do love him. I think he's one of the guys
he's starting to remind me of a Zack Ryder.
Wow.
Ooh. Sorry to say it. I'm done with Dolph. Dolph is, you know what? Because Dolph acts like he don't give a fuck. He acts like he don't give a fuck. He goes out there, he's like, I know I'm a great performer, I'm gonna do my thing, and then I'm gonna go home. He has this
comedy stuff too.
Yeah. His career is a comedy.
Wow.
Man.
I don't know, man. I mean, you may be right. At the same time, though, I mean, wow. As far as Bobby Roode goes, I didn't know he was over 45. You said, or 45?
45.
45, yeah.
But even still, that's still old. I don't see him, honestly, especially with the draft coming up. I don't see him. Man, I don't see him even going for the United States Championship.
No.
I don't even see him going for the 24/7.
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. For me, it's like he's a good talent. Like you said, he can cut promos. Honestly, he reminds me, like, if they were to redo either the Four Horsemen or Evolution, he would fit right in.
Yes, he would.
He would fit right in. He's that good of a talent. What are they going to do with him from here on out is beyond me, to be honest. I don't know. What's the question, though?
What are your thoughts?
Just our thought? Yeah, he's a good talent. He's a good talent. Wasted for sure. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Wasted for sure. But at the same time, like I said, where is he going to get another opportunity in a different promotion? AEW, TNA, New Japan, Ring of Honor.
Impact,
is he going to have what's that?
Impact for sure.
Yeah. I mean, are they going to give him the chance to be champion again? You know what I'm saying?
100% agree. I believe that. 100% believe that. That is, he would go back to Impact.
They gave it to Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. My thought on it, I don't know. Good talent, wasted, I think. He has a good run in him left. But I don't know. Before we go to you, Clay, Josh Sanders says, I was actually telling my wife how good Robert Roode was in TNA with Beer Money, and how even though some odd reason I like the Dirty Dogs, it's a huge dud. He needs a serious singles push, Royal Rumble win, or a Money in the Bank win would go a long way for him. And as much as I wouldn't be upset of him winning a Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank, I don't see that happening.
No,
I don't. Unfortunately. Clay, what are your thoughts on Mr. Robert Roode?
For me, I feel like when I see Robert Roode, Bobby Roode in general, I feel like he's another guy that WWE dropped the ball with. I feel like it could have done a lot with him. He has proven himself that he could be world champion in TNA, and he was a hell of a heel when he was in TNA.
Yeah.
Just like Rick said, too, he can cut promos really well. He's great with a tag team. I mean, look what he did with James Storm and Beer Money. You know, they were you knew who Beer Money was, even if you didn't watch TNA.
Mhm.
Like they were that big at the time. And when I see what he's doing now, it's like WWE is dropping the ball big time with him.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if he were to get a chance to win the Money in the Bank, win the Royal Rumble, I think he would kill it. But at the same time, that wouldn't make any sense at all because of how WWE is booking him.
Yeah.
So
Totally agree. Rick, what made you even put this as a spotlight this week anyway?
Well, we were talking about him last week about how he's just like not doing anything.
Gotcha.
And it just was like, it struck me like, is he ever going to have a good push in WWE? And what are people thinking about him? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And I agree with you. All right, that's your spotlight for the week. Let's go straight into our Facebook post. Now this one, I asked actually last week, and I gave my thoughts on it. You guys were still stumbled on who would be the first to jump to WWE from AEW. I said Brian Cage. I said him. I said Lance Archer. Before we get your guys' thoughts on this, Adam and they said MJF. I don't know about that. He's too politically incorrect for WWE.
But I see that as a positive, and WWE might just want to grab him just for the spike in ratings, just to see what's he gonna say now.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
But at the same time, he's definitely going to be controlled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he'll like that. I really don't.
He's made it clear as day that he cannot like follow a script. He needs to be like through his mind. He's said it before on I think 2 or 3 other interviews that he's done that he likes to cut promos just himself and go and not have to follow a script. So I highly doubt he would ever do that in WWE.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows though? Because Bray Wyatt's the same way. He doesn't like to be told what to say and da-da-da. He's just like, let me do it. Just give me the pinpoints and I'll go from there. You know, have we ever done a spotlight on MJF?
No, but that'll be interesting.
Let's do that.
All right.
Let's do MJF for spotlight next week. Because I'm curious to know, because there's a lot of, I don't know. I'm kind of like, it's like half and half as far as people, what they think about MJF is half and half. Half of them love him. Half of them are like, dude's too much.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that's kind of like this show. I think between the 3 of us, half of us is probably, you know, like I'm 50-50 with him. I know you hate him. Clay,
I feel like he is a talented wrestler in the ring, but I feel like his promos are shit. Honestly, I don't like him. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's his job as a heel.
I understand that, but
you know,
he's going too far with some of this shit he's saying.
Yeah,
he really is.
Okay,
he's cheap heat, bro. Cheap heat doesn't work for me.
You think it's cheap heat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Dusty Riley, haven't heard that name in a while. He said Hobbs. I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. Perry McCreary, he said FTR. I don't think so.
No, they're not going back.
FTR won't go back there.
No.
And they were offered a big, you know, amount of money too at one point to stay there. So what's that tell you? You know? Kyle Hart, he said Vince doesn't want them. He wants athletes he can turn into entertainers. All right, we haven't said this in a while, but that's not what we were asking.
No.
Another one, Adam Stewie said MJF, but there was quite the comments to this one. Eric Newton replied to him and says that would be the worst thing for MJF's career. He replied back also that yes, oh no, my bad. Adam Stu replied to him and says, but he's exactly who Vince would overpay for. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Vince would. No. Like, he's young. MJF is only what, like 23, 24? 25? I was getting there.
Still young.
Still young, yeah. Yeah. Eric responded to him and says yes, and then they would stupidly turn him babyface and script him to say stupid shit when he doesn't need help on the mic. I don't want to see MJF in WWE until Vince McMahon is dead and WWE is ran by people who care about pro wrestling and stops treating its fans like idiots. Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Took another road there, bud.
Exactly. Eric Newton, no, he kept going. He said he would be great for creating new baby faces, which WWE needs, but I don't trust WWE would book MJF correctly. Adam responded back. I mean, of course, they'd ruin him. They ruin everyone. They ruin him just to make a point about AEW, but the offer might be too big to refuse. Can't blame a guy for getting paid. Eric responded back. He says, I don't blame him financially. He's got to do what he's got to do, but it would break my heart if he went to WWE right now. Creatively, I would be concerned. MJF and Malachi Black are my two favorites right now, and I don't want to see MJF get done dirty creatively by WWE. Stop. Stop. That's the end of their conversation. They went back and forth. A lot of them nonsensical points. But then again, you know what? Honestly, I would not be surprised that Vince would treat them like shit just to prove a point.
Right.
You know, anyone who's going to be the first to deflect to WWE, I think Vince would do that, except for Brian Cage. I think if it's Brian Cage, I think Brian Cage would be like, listen, man, if you don't push me the right way, I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Eli Myers says Sammy Guevara or Brian Pillman Jr. Then we could have Brian Pillman Jr. on the Stone Cold Broken Skull session.
Ooh.
That's all you want him for? Jesus Christ. Another one was Brian Cage. Kevin Hansberry said Jungle Boy. I think that's a good pick. But there's two things about it. One, Vince would grab him because he's Luke Perry's son. Yeah. And he's a good talent. But the downside of that signing would be he has to cut promos.
Yes.
And he doesn't like to cut promos.
Nope.
And he has to cut them. I mean, he can be a smooth talker. I don't understand. He doesn't have to yell. He doesn't have to scream. He doesn't have to do any of that. Just be a smooth talker, brother. That's it. That's it. Trent Smith said, wasn't Mercedes Martinez in AEW before that? That's all he said.
No.
Before that.
No.
What the fuck is that? Angelo Transizioni. He says Hangman Page.
Okay.
Nah.
No?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think he would.
Okay.
I think he's staying.
Christian Cobras. He said, Bea Priestley, what did I win? You won not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And another one for Brian Cage. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So now that you guys had time to marinate this question, who are your guys' picks?
All right.
Anybody?
I think first of all, this is just an easy one. Andrade. I think Andrade is done already. I think he wants to go back to WWE. He realized he made a mistake in AEW.
No, why you say that?
Because he's just struggling right now. He's struggling. He didn't get on the pay-per-view. I know he made some comments about him being unhappy. So I honestly feel like in the next year he'll be back in WWE.
Wow. By next year? How long is his contract for?
I have no clue. I don't know. But I don't think it's a long-term deal.
Okay.
Powerhouse Hobbs, I see him going. I think I heard a story from Booker T that Powerhouse Hobbs used to go to all the WWE shows and used to stand outside and say, yo, I just need an opportunity. Just give me that opportunity.
Really?
And Booker T said he remembers seeing him all the time and it was just like he was always there ready to go. And he's just glad that he got an opportunity in AEW. So that's a possibility there. And last but not least, yeah. And my last person I would say for female, Jade. Jade Cargill. That's Vince's type right there.
It
I think
is.
she would make a good push in WWE.
Now I'm going to throw another question, being that you had picked those two. Do they go right to the main roster or straight to NXT? Because NXT is a whole different thing right now.
Yeah, I would. No, Jade goes to the main roster right away.
Jade Cargill, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. The physique and everything.
Yeah, got that look.
What about Hobbs?
Hobbs, I think, goes to NXT. I think he needs to work his way up and become a badass on NXT, and then he'll make the jump.
Even after that performance with against the your boy there, CM Punk.
I thought it was a good performance, but I think Vince would want him to prove himself on. Because again, let's not forget that's another Big E right there. If you look at Powerhouse Hobbs, similar look and everything. So I think they would want to keep them separated.
Did he join the New Day?
Oof.
God. Hope not.
Right, Clay, who do you got for this Mamma Jam?
I got one in particular. I'm not sure if this would work out, but I can probably see Wardlow go into WWE.
Okay.
I think he's got the look. I think AEW is misusing him. I just feel like he's too busy being MJF's sidekick, and he doesn't want to be that. But he's got the look to be in WWE, so I could probably see Wardlow jump ship. But like he's another guy, like you said earlier, Lance Archer. I can see him definitely fitting in WWE. Just, that whole look in general. And I think he would, those two would work out. Wow.
What about as far as a female goes? Who you got with that?
I agree with Rick saying Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
I feel like
I was thinking like Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, but I honestly feel like if Thunder Rosa were to jump, she would have went from the beginning when she was getting a free agent.
Yeah,
maybe, and be choosing WWE right now over AEW. So I feel like if she would go, then she would have already went. I would like to see Thunder Rosa in WWE. That'd be interesting, and that would definitely help the women's division. But I just don't see it.
Wow. Okay. All right. There you go. I mean, there's a lot of people I think that would be a good fit. I'm shocked that a majority was saying MJF. I'm really shocked by that one.
Yeah.
I really am. Because MJF doesn't look like the type that's going to say that's going to be a yes man.
No.
If Vince ever leaves the company, which I highly doubt, and leaves it in the hands of Triple H, maybe, I don't know, but either way, then I see it happening. But with Vince at the realm, it's hard to just say where the direction of the company is going and who they would even take in. Vince has been, I guess, verbally saying nobody over 40. No more of that. And they got to be big boys. They can't be small boys. They got to be big boys. And it's like, that doesn't mean that your product is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, you look at Eddie Guerrero, man. When did they sign him? Did you know? I mean, Clay, you're a big Eddie Guerrero fan. Do you know how old he was when he got into WWE?
I think he was like in his maybe, and I could be wrong, maybe late 20s, because they
really,
he came in with the Radicals at the time, and came in with Perry Saturn, Benoit himself, and I forget who the other one was, Dean Malenko, and they all came in like 97, 98.
I
think it was like 99. He would have been 32 if it was 99.
Okay, so I was close.
Yeah,
but even still, early 30s. He wasn't tall, but he was physically fit.
Majorly talented.
Yeah, and they took a shot on him, and he did very well. Daniel Bryan, sorry to say, he's not a big dude. Age-wise, though, yeah, he did fit in with that. But even still, I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like,
I just feel like just going back to the topic, I think one fan said Jungle Boy. I feel like if Jungle Boy did go to WWE, it would ruin everything that he's doing right now in AEW.
Really? You think so?
I don't think he would get that push. I feel like they would keep him in NXT as a cruiserweight, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I just feel like they just ruined Jungle Boy.
Wow.
That's why I wouldn't pick him.
What about somebody like Hangman Adam Page?
No.
Wouldn't work?
That I don't think it will work.
Cowboy shit?
No, that cowboy shit is not working no more.
No? You don't think so?
I think he's on the verge of a revamp. I think he's changing his character up.
I would say,
We
when's the
haven't
last
seen him in
time,
a while. Yeah.
right, who's been on Dynamite or Rampage? You haven't seen him at all.
I think he just had a baby. So
Did
he's
he?
taking time off, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So, all right. Those are your Facebook posts for the week. If you have any suggestions, drop us a line on our Facebook page at Wrestling POV Podcasts. Just look it up on Facebook. We're there. And then throw it on there and we'll talk about it on that week's show. With that being said, it is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right, before we do that, let's get into some birthdays. Yahoo! All right, AA Arn Anderson turned 63 years old.
Wow.
And he showed his age this week as he fell off the apron.
You know, since we're going to talk about it now, you know, I thought, and a lot of my wrestling friends did too, thought that he did that on purpose. Because it did look like he did it on purpose. But it came to find out, no, that boy really fell.
Yeah.
Wait, how old do you say he is?
63.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, are we really laughing at a 76-year-old man falling?
63-year-old, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
63 is funny.
Yeah.
Anything past 65 is not funny anymore.
No, it's not.
No, yeah.
Got 2 more years, Arn.
Yeah, we'll go over that though later on the show. Go ahead, Rick.
Greg the Hammer Valentine turned 70 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Getting up there, man.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated talents in wrestling history.
Yeah.
Gotta put it out there.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Eva Marie turns 37 years old.
Wow. Yep.
You guys don't care. You guys don't
No,
care.
we don't.
Happy birthday, Eva.
We don't.
Go away,
No.
Eva.
Right?
Happy birthday. With that being said, it's now time for the wrestling news from around the world. All right, Ricky Starks is going to replace Mark Henry on Rampage for good.
No.
So,
Why?
They put a squash to that. Even he said it. No, he would. No, my bad. They said that he was misspoken. They said he was misspoken. Yeah, they're gonna have
Mark
somebody
Henry's
else.
coming back. But Mark Henry's done though.
He's only gonna do that backstage shit.
Backstage stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it's not Ricky Starks. They said that he misspoken.
Oh,
Or was it Tony Khan that said that? Somebody in AEW said no, he was misspoken.
okay.
So he did say it. He did say it. But someone else came out and said no, he misspoken. He's not there permanently.
Gotcha. All right. Well, this I can tell you is permanent. Scarlett and Karrion Kross are engaged.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they, you know what? I thought they were already married.
I thought
Yeah.
that too. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, congrats. But I already thought they were married.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my last bit of news, the Owen Hart Foundation and AEW are in a relationship.
Yeah.
They're going to be working together. They're going to have a video game, and Owen Hart's going to be in it. His first time in years, decades. Also, they're going to have a tournament, the Owen Hart Cup tournament.
Yeah.
And the winner gets the Owen.
Yeah.
And
speaking of that, they originally was going to name it King of Hearts tournament. They were, but there was some legal issues with that, as I think WWE has some kind of IP to go with that name. So that's why they changed it to the Owen Hart Cup. So they were going to call it the King of Hearts tournament, but they decided They had not a cease and desist letter, but someone found out that they couldn't use that name because of some legal issues with WWE.
But what does that tell you about Martha Hart and everything? Like when people were like, "Oh, she'll never allow him to be back in wrestling." No, it's just WWE, dog.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think that Mark Henry's behind that? Because Mark Henry was good friends with Owen Hart.
Yeah.
And Mark Henry was a big advocate of having Owen Hart in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one speech he did?
Yep.
So
I don't think he had a lot to do with it. I think Jericho, if anybody, had more to do with it than anybody, because Jericho had a really good relationship with Owen Hart and him and Lance Storm. So I think it would be him.
Now I got two questions. I got two questions for you. Number one, who do you think wins it? And I forgot what my number two was. Well, we'll just leave with that one. Who do you think will win it?
This one would be tough, honestly.
You know who? While y'all thinking, I was thinking like Brian Pillman Jr. would be the first one.
That makes I
can see Sammy Guevara winning it.
I heard that one too.
No,
I heard that too. Yeah.
God, don't let it be MJF.
No.
Oh God, don't do that. I was thinking through my head of guys in AEW. And I'm like, oh hell no, he better not win this.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you guys think this is a big middle finger to WWE?
Yes.
No. Really?
Yes.
I think it's a well-deserved. I think it's a well-deserved middle finger for sure. Like, fuck, like you fucking killed this dude, bro, and then you try to fucking act like you didn't have anything to do with it. Like it's your fault.
It is.
Clay, you said no.
I will agree with that, but I feel like it's more of to celebrate Owen and, be like something that he needs for himself, like a memorial type thing, like somebody to bring him into the light and remember him and celebrate him and that sort of thing. Now, would it be a shot at WWE? Yeah, I can see that, but I don't think that's the big picture. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, WWE took it as a shot after what they did to Natalya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
She's kind of a heart.
Yeah.
She's almost a heart, kind of.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that was my other thing. Now, who should be presenting this cup? Some people are saying that it could be Bret Hart.
I would say bring back Bret.
They have Bret for the AEW title, so you can have Bret be there. I wouldn't mind Lance Storm. I wouldn't even mind Jericho. You already have him there. You just use him, plug him in there.
But I think as far as nostalgic goes, I think obviously you have to go with Bret Hart.
But will Martha want Bret to do that?
Huh? Oh shit, that's right. They both butt heads.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Whew.
I don't know now. I'm
now let's throw that at you though. I mean, with them two button heads, now I'm gonna throw this question at both of y'all. Does she have that right as her widowed wife, or does Bret Hart have that right because that's blood?
She has that right. That's her husband.
That is.
She has that right. You said.
Yep.
You agree, Clay?
I do. I feel like as a wife, or it could be vice versa, as a husband, that's the first approach.
So Bret will have no fucking say in this, huh?
None.
I wouldn't think so, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that being said, it's now time for the NXTUK report with our UK correspondent, Matt Nowak. Matt, take it away.
Welcome back to the NXTUK report. The show kicked off with a semi-final of the Heritage Cup tournament. Wolfgang and Tiamat faced off with the winner in the knowledge that they would be facing Noam Dar in the tournament final. As expected, this was a fairly even matchup, but Wolfgang eventually picking up the win with a score of 2-1. I am so thankful that we're almost done with this tournament. I can't stand the format of this match. Isla Dawn and Ginny were the second match of the night and put on what was honestly one of the worst matches I've seen on NXT UK. Ginny picked up the win thanks again to a Joseph Connors in the 3 from the outside, but otherwise there was very little of note to say on this match. And only the third match of the night, we had a triple threat with Rampage Brown, Nathan Fraser and A-Kid headlining the night, with the stipulation that the winner gets the first shot at Ilya Dragunov's NXT title. The match was chaos from the start and felt like two flies dodging a fly swatter. Rampage really did hold this match together, but visually this was the men against the boys of the first half before they upped the tempo. I just wish we weren't given this forced audio cues and commentary yelling at us to try and get us hyped up. Surely the wrestlers should be able to do that for us. Cracker of the main event that we had though, if the crowds were here to respond, it would have been elevated no end. A-Kid managed to snatch the win after pinning Fraser and will be facing off against Dragunov in the next few weeks. They didn't actually announce when that'll be, but I'm assuming it'll be in the next few weeks. Overall, it was a very poor show, where I wonder why, like with the main roster stars currently in the UK on a tour, why we couldn't have had a few cameos to like elevate the brand. I guess maybe that's just more about the company values the brand than what they're letting on, really. Clearly, NXT UK is not on Vince's radar at all. This is Matt Nowak, and that is the NXT UK report.
Now, is it just me, or is Matt sounding annoyed? Because I know I watched NXT UK this week, and I was like, what is this shit? I feel bad for the guy that he has to watch it.
You know what, though?
It's getting worse.
I think Matt's realizing that he's a journalist now.
And he has to watch it every week. It's terrible. NXT UK is floundering right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That stupid cup, bro. I hate that cup. I hate it. I hate it. All right. With that being said, it's now time for the rumors, Tony.
All right. This is a statement from Jim Cornette himself. You guys ready for this one?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. He said, who knows what the role even is? Are they baby faces? Are they heels? Now he's talking about the whole thing what happened with Andrade and Chavo. So just to make, I should have said that first, but he goes, are they baby faces? Are they heels? Chavo came out and cut a babyface promo his first night. By the second night, he was a heel. He's arguing. He was supposed to serve as some type of English language spokesperson for the guy. He's talking about Andrade. But before that, it was Vicky Guerrero. Oh, wait a minute. What other Guerrero was involved in this? Didn't they give Andrade to Vicky? I'll tell you what, Hector's going to do a good job of it. Hector has always been my favorite. Is he right or is he wrong?
He's right. He's right.
So, I'm just glad that you pointed that out about Andrade, Rick. It started. This is what it started. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what started it. It's like, but the AEW fanboys will defend it. They will defend it. There's no defending that. There's no defending what Jim Cornette just said. It's like, come on, man. Moving on with these, Keith Lee apparently has been renamed Keith Bearcat Lee.
Bro, just leave. Just leave, Lee.
What the fuck is that name?
Bearcat.
What?
Apparently, it's meant to honor a wrestler from the 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, just leave. Like, it makes no sense to be there anymore. Like,
they're also saying he might be a heel.
Like you, bro.
He might be a heel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Terrible.
AEW is reportedly going to introduce a TBS championship for the women's division. Yep.
There's not enough women on that roster to do that. I don't get why they would have a second title. There's not enough women.
No.
I looked at their roster today. There's like 10 women on it. Like, it's not. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. Bryan Danielson's deal with AEW is for 3 years. So he will be AEW for 3 years. That takes him to 2025.
Yep.
So we'll see where he goes after that. Because let me tell you something. I was thinking about this while I was even watching AEW. Between Bryan Danielson, I think him and I'm talking about WWE guys that went from WWE to AEW. I think he would have a warm welcome by WWE official, Vince in particular, if he decided to go back to WWE. I think he'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
one that'd
Yeah.
be like, yeah, come on over. I think Malachi Black would be, because I think a lot of people were in Vince's ears and telling him about, hey, you fucked up with Malachi Black. You know what I'm saying? And I think also maybe Ruby. I don't know. She didn't really take a shot at WWE, but she, I don't want to say she talked. I don't
think
she
Vince
did.
liked him. Vince didn't like her.
No,
No, I don't think so.
but
Jerry.
yeah, interesting. And finally, if Bray Wyatt does go to AEW, there's talks of him debuting on September 29th episode of Dynamite, which is in Rochester, New York. That's the home of Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but a lot of people are also saying that his 90-day contract clause is not up until
So it's November.
Yeah, it's till November or something like that. So, for me, now I will say this, and I'm going to be a conspiracy theorist for real quick. If Bray Wyatt does show up on next week on Dynamite in Rochester, New York, number one, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be chanting Bray's name because, of course, we announce it as a rumor, but it's going to spread like wildfire. But number two, I'm going to say that that WWE and AEW are working together if Bray Wyatt shows up, especially because his 90-day clause ain't up until November. And there was nothing on there that says that he has a special clause or whatever, like they fucked up with Aleister Black's contract. That clause wasn't in there, so that's why he was able to jump ship real quick. And those of you that are asking, well, Adam Cole did it. No, Adam Cole went through his whole contract. He wasn't released. He went.
Contract expired.
His contract expired, so he's allowed to do that. I think him and no, not Andrade.
Moxley.
Yeah, Moxley. Moxley was another one that he worked throughout his whole contract, and he was able to jump ship real quick. So, they didn't have there's no 90-day clause after your contract expires. It's ridiculous. But if they do let you go, then the contract is that there's a 90-day no compete clause. So, with that being said, I think honestly, if that does happen, I think WWE and AEW are working together. There, I said it. That's my conspiracy theory. Not a good one at it, but yeah. All right, that is it for the rumor injury. Clay?
The only one I have this week, MVP had successful knee surgery after having 2 tears in his meniscus.
Ouch. He'll be out for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Meniscus tears ain't that bad.
Well, he said that everybody was talking about the cane and everything. He's like, the cane was real. Like, he needed that cane.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
And I love how they wrote him off with the kayfabe rib injury.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can get that cleaned up.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I mean, he's I said, he's only going to be out for like a couple weeks. I had my meniscus tear, and when I had surgery on it, I was up on my feet in like 2 weeks. Hurts like a motherfucker afterwards, but seriously, it does, man. I was like, oh, I can't put no weight on it. No, like that. But after like the same day I was able to put weight on it, I just had walked with a limp. No crutches needed or anything. He's still probably going to use the cane, which is fine, but in a couple of weeks he'll be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. So that's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, let's get into the hot tag news. Should WWE do away with the brand split? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say, yeah, please do. It's just stupid. But the only thing is, and a friend of mine did bring up a good point. He said that if they do away with the brand split, we might be seeing the same people all the time on both shows.
Yes, exactly.
So when he said that, I had to think, and I'm like, you may be right. But would I risk the brand split as far as, them doing the brand split to see the same people every week? I'm going to say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah, because I'm tired of hearing, "Oh, Fox is upset," because I guess Fox is upset because of what happened on Raw, and then the following week, prior to that or the week after, USA Network was upset because of what was going on Fox. It's like back and forth with these two people. I'm gonna say yes before I read these comments. What are you guys' thoughts?
I'm gonna tell you right now, yes. Get rid of it. I'm sick of it. There are people that are on TV that shouldn't be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are people out there that are so upset that WWE, they're releasing everybody. They're monsters, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A lot of those people that got released weren't even on TV.
Yeah.
Why do you care? And then there's a lot of people on TV right now that I don't care to see. Mm-hmm. I honestly want to see more of Roman Reigns. I want to see more of Bobby Lashley. You know, I want to see more of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on and on. I want to see more Shayna Baszler. You know, see less of Nikki Ash. See less of Jinder Mahal. You know, I'm done with that. Give me the people that we want to see. I want to see more Seth Rollins. I want to see more Bianca Belair. You know, I want to see those people. Let me see more of them. You know, you have 5 hours to fill. Let's see more of those people. I want to see less of the people that Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin. You're wasting my time with this shit. Are you serious? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of this fucking brand split and just it worked in the early 2000s.
It did.
They didn't have a brand split.
Yeah,
you saw The Rock on SmackDown and Raw. You saw, it worked. So let's just get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. I'm done.
And on top of that, they're both on the opposite ends of the week. So it's not like back to back. They got time to recover or whatever, during the week. Being that SmackDown's on Friday and Raw's on Monday, even if they show up Friday, they got to work on Monday. There's still a couple days after that. Don't have them work a house show then.
Yeah.
Or if you do have them work a house show, I mean, come on, man. That is logical. Clay, what are your thoughts on this shit?
You guys put on some good points. I will agree with most of them. But to me, how I started watching wrestling, it was the early 2000s. You had the Raw and SmackDown, and you had them great superstars on both brands, and you looked forward to it. At least I did as a kid. Now, today, I could see where it could be one WWE and have these guys like Roman, Lashley, Seth. I want to see that. But I'm so used to having that brand split that I don't know. I would watch it anyway, obviously. I'm going to watch it till the day I die, I'm sure. But it's just, I couldn't see it. It'd be so different in my eyes to have, one WWE. But also, to me, I would feel like if they did away with the brand split, you guys would miss some other guys that wouldn't be able to be on the show because of one WWE. Guys that wouldn't get that much of a push. Right. And I say the booking is great. No, I didn't say that at all. I feel like that'd be a problem with them, but these guys wouldn't get enough TV time, and they need that exposure and to develop more guys instead of the same people that's working every single week.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd say keep it as it is.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good point. That is a good point. And that's why I was like, I'm all for it. I'm still am all for it. But you're right. People that were getting just a little bit of TV time wouldn't get any if that happened. Man. But would that really change the ratings of the show, of both shows? I don't know.
Maybe
having Roman on both shows would definitely boost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren Metzler said they can't. Television deal. SmackDown's Fox and Raw's is with Universal.
Darren Metzler is that guy that just actually you can't do it. Shut up, bro.
John Sanders says no. I think only leads to less talent being used. Just exactly what Clay just said. Eduardo Hicks says, I don't know who the hell Brad Split is. Did you do a typo on that, Rick?
No, I checked it out. No.
You never did a typo? Because I'm assuming that's what he's referring to.
No.
But nice try there, buddy. Vernon Hampton said yes. One champion, one tag team champion, mid-card is fine.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a lot more stories to tell, and then you can tell stories that are not revolved around the titles. Like that was
That's
the
true.
beauty of wrestling back in the day, in the '90s. You
That's
know,
true.
like there was so many great stories going on. You know, Big Boss Man and Ted DiBiase was one of the great ones. You know, where it was just like the title's not on the line; they're just fighting because they don't like each other.
But that's the other thing too. Would creative be creative enough to make storylines without a title?
True.
That's
That
just,
I mean, you got to work.
That is
exactly. You're getting paid so much money. Be fucking creative and do something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Exactly. Andy Gonzalez says most definitely yes, without a doubt. They barely have any tag teams yet. They got 2 sets of tag team titles. They barely have any women yet. They got 2 women titles. And don't even get me started on the women's tag titles. Never treated those special in any kind of way. Yet there are idiots out there that want to have them, that wanted them to have them. You can keep the U.S. title and the IC title because they actually need those. And you could also keep the Universal and WWE title because those are needed as well. You guys agree with him?
Yeah, in a way, you can keep those 2 titles. I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Angelo Transición, he's active. He says yes, but do not combine championships except tag. Okay. Jim said absolutely. Adam Stu says, please God, no. It's bad enough that Roman is literally a half hour of SmackDown every week. If he takes over Raw like that as well, the way Cena did back in the day, I'd stop watching. Yeah.
Roman's on another planet right now, bro.
All right.
I don't know why people. What's wrong with people?
I don't know, man. People are pretty uptight.
Yeah.
But yet they still will watch.
Yeah.
They still will watch.
I don't want to hear the bullshit from other people that they say, "Oh, well, we're not going to tune in." No.
I hate that. I hate
You're
when
a
people
real
say,
wrestling fan.
especially you're gonna watch it regardless. But what I find funny though is when the what was it? With the WWE Network? Remember that when they had it, and then the minute they would do a shitty pay-per-view or something, oh, I'm canceling my subscription. It's like, ooh, $10. WWE's gonna freak out now over $10. They make $10 every millisecond. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, but you're right though. All right, that's it for the hot tag news. Again, if you have any suggestions for a hot tag news, drop us a line on our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we have This Week in Wrestling and, of course, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view points game. You want to tune in for that?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is The Godfather, and you're listening to POV. The View. Fuck, see, I just fucked that up. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is The Godfather, and you're listening to the POV podcast.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go to ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV. You want to get yourself a t-shirt for $19.99 plus shipping and handling. It's a great t-shirt. We got 7 available. That is ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV. And also don't forget to check out Wrestling POV Quarantine, available on YouTube. It's every Wednesday. These guys, Andy Anderson, CJ Logan, and Elio Canella, they come together with an abundance of people. They have wrestling legends, they have historians, they have authors, they have up-and-comers, and so much more that come onto the show, and they talk about random wrestling topics. You don't want to miss out on these great episodes. Make sure you check it out on our YouTube page at Wrestling POV Podcast. It's a great time, so check them out. Yeah. With that being said, Tony, it's time for This Week in Wrestling. Let's get raw.
All right, let's start off with our low points. I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna go with Eva Marie and Doudrop again. I gave it a 0.5. Where are they going with this right now? They gotta stop. It's enough already. But at the same time, I will say this. They're also showing that Eva Marie cannot wrestle. They're showing more of that every time they're doing this match. I'm tired of it. 0.5.
It's her birthday.
What?
It's her birthday.
A 0.5. Rick, what are your low points?
My lowest point was Alexa's Playground with Charlotte Flair. I know I saw all over the interwebs. Everybody's like, well, 1,500 people walked out on them.
Yeah.
I don't think that was true.
I don't think that's true.
But I'll be honest, the crowd did not give a damn. And Alexa Bliss defending that promo on Twitter, it looks stupid.
What'd she say? Bro, I didn't know that.
She was just like, people were chanting the whole time and people were talking about it. Like, no, they weren't. That was a terrible promo.
Yeah, and for some reason, I just was not interested in that either. I mean, I gave it a 1, but yeah.
And Charlotte is just god awful. Like, she doesn't know how to deal with it either. And it's just like, you keep calling her a little girl and stuff like that and all this other stuff. It was just bad. And then you saw Alexa Bliss take a shot when she said, woo. She was like, that's not even yours. And then Charlotte came back and was like, you want to talk about copying gimmicks or whatever? It's just like, bro. But see, that's what Charlotte can't do. That's what you call burying somebody. Yeah. In my opinion. Like, she took a jab at you because that is warranted. Like, that isn't yours. That's your dad's.
Right.
And as a heel, you got to take that dig. And you got to be like, oh, okay. You don't put your tongue in on your bottom lip and like, okay. All right, you got me. But no, Charlotte went and threw it back at her, and boom, that stunned Alexa. Alexa paused and was like, okay. Yeah, all right, you got me. All right.
I think you're the only one that does that thing with the tongue, though. But I will defend Charlotte on this. That's not her fault. That's not her fault with the woo. You know, they say it's just because it's her name that they automatically can do that. So that's not really her fault, but I get what you're saying.
No, definitely not. But
what did you give it?
0.5. It was god awful. It was terrible. Yeah.
Clay, your low points.
0.5 to Eva Marie and Doudrop. Like Tony said, where in the hell are they going with this? You've been going on the same shit for a month. Eva has not wrestled. Doudrop has beat her ass. Okay, you should have been done with this 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm over it, man.
Done.
0.5.
I don't blame you. All right, high points of Raw. Rick.
You know what? I'm gonna shock you guys with this one. I'm going with storylines. I'm big on storylines. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax really intrigued me. I felt it. I got goosebumps when she stepped on Nia Jax's arm and Nia Jax was screaming like that. I was like, that was good selling right there. That was like one of the best sell jobs I saw. You know, like I felt it. And then Shayna, her acting got so. Let's give a kudos to Shayna Baszler, like where she started and now where she's at now. Like she's come a long way with her acting. Like she was bad.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
and now,
I agree with you.
Like I felt it. I felt emotional. I was just like, yo, she didn't want to do it, man, but she did it because she had to do it. Gotta get rid of this. But yeah, my side notes for that was like, yo, she made it believable, and Nia made it believable. You know, so I gave that a 3. That was one of my highest points.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I am shocked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead there. I got 2 high points, but I'm gonna go with Roman versus Big E versus Lashley. I gave it a 3.5. Damn good fucking match, man. Holy shit. Yes. Good Lord, man. I wanted to give it more, but I was just being a little bit too picky with it. You know, you're gonna throw something at me like this, I'm gonna be picky. But I think it could have been a 4 easily, but I gave it a 3.5. Very, very good storytelling in this match in itself. And let me tell you something. A lot of people don't give Roman, enough credit to how he works in the ring. Yeah, a lot of people don't, man. It's like, damn, man, give him that credit. Because just remember about a year or 2 ago, they're throwing Roman down our throat and blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop, man. No, he's a fucking good worker. He is. Yeah. And he showed it on that night, that on that Raw. He showed it. And in the beginning with the Bloodline versus New Day. But no, that was my high point. I gave it a 3.5. Clay.
I also had that same high point, but it wasn't my highest. My highest was Randy Orton versus AJ Styles.
Really?
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5.
Now, let me ask you guys something. Speaking of that match, that botch, you think that was intent with AJ? Or did it look like, or are they just so damn good, AJ and Orton? And I'm leaning more with they covered it really well.
Yeah, I think that is too. I think you put them two in the ring, you're going to get a magical match. Because I just think because AJ's that damn good, Randy is that damn good.
Yeah,
and the whole thing was great. I don't know. That question's
because if you look at the replay again, AJ clearly slipped.
Yeah,
he clearly slipped. But then the way they just played it off, I was like, you guys are good. You guys are good. And, covered it up like it wasn't a slip. They meant to do that. So that's why I wanted to just throw that quote. What did you give it?
I gave it a 3.5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I enjoyed this match. Anytime you put them two in the ring, it's like I said, it's gold. I love it.
Yeah.
So, I have to disagree. I'm sick of seeing AJ versus Orton. For whatever reason, every 3 months they want to throw this match at us, and it's like it's the same finish, it's the same outcome. AJ goes up to do the phenomenal form, he fakes him out, comes down, or jumps up, and RKO out of nowhere. It's just like, bro, change the ending, do something different. It's just it's a good match. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like. It ain't Sheamus versus Cesaro 7 times. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that.
Right. So before we go on into the overalls, what are you guys' thoughts on Garza and Humberto Carrillo teaming up as heels?
I love it. I do love it. I would see this tag team work, being family. Garza can work a great heel, but we're seeing what Humberto can do. Can he actually pull off a heel?
I think so.
I love this tag team. It gets them something to do.
Yeah. And what about the rumors also? I'm shocked we haven't talked about this. Lindsay Dorado and is it Grandma Talik too? I think they're both asking for their release. Yeah. They're both asking.
I don't know where they're going to go. AAA. I don't see them going anywhere else.
I didn't know this, but they're saying that Lindsay Dorado was like a huge or was it Grandma Talik? No, Grand Metalik, they're saying he was a big-time heel in AAA. I never knew that.
No. So, AAA it is.
So, AAA, and that's why they're saying, they're like, dang, they misused him because he was a huge deal in AAA. He was a massive heel and all this other shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. My bad. All right, overall, I gave Raw a 2.15. Clay, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 2.2.
Rick.
Wow, I give it a 1.8.
All right, there you go. All right. AEW.
All right. It's time for AEW Dynamite.
Boom.
All right, let's start off with the low points. You know what? I got 2, but I'm going to go with my lowest point is going to be CM Punk's promo. I gave it a 1. Like, I don't like it. I'm over it. I'm not hype anymore. It's not doing it for me.
Hype is gone, huh?
Talking about, like, I'm here for the people. Okay, we get it. You said that already a bunch of times. And then you have him talking about Team Taz. Like, that's not going to hold my interest, bro. Yeah. It's not. It's just bad. And it's not CM Punk's fault. Don't get me wrong. It's not his fault. He's out there. He's out there to push the product. He's out there to push AEW. He's out there saying, well, you know what? How can I go on after that? Obviously trying to push Omega and Bryan's match. But at the end of the day, talking about Team Taz is not going to get you high on my rankings. So that's why it's my lowest point. Clay, lowest point of Dynamite.
For me, and it wasn't the match in general, but I gave it to MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. I gave it a 1.5. For me, the match was solid. What kind of upsets me about this is Brian Pillman Jr. Get pissed, bro. You've had 2 weeks to get this anger.
I've been saying that.
For everything that he has said about your family and all around in general. Get fucking mad, dude. Like, you brought Julia Hart out here. Why? Because if this was an all-out brawl, she shouldn't even be out there, period.
No.
And just get fucking mad. Show some, like, anger. That's the only thing that I'm, like, big on is, like, MJF deserves an ass beating for what he has said about your family, yourself in general. Yeah. But there's no emotion there. It's just you had a random match, and that's why I gave it a 1.5.
Wow. No, makes sense. Tony.
Yeah. To be different, I'm gonna go with Malachi Black versus Cody. Cody getting booed the fuck out that building.
Yes,
Rosario Dawson. I mean, granted, I'm a huge fan of hers. Okay, I love me some Rosario Dawson, but why was she there?
Yeah.
Why was she there? And apparently this was all a Cody deal. Cody kept it a secret. Nobody knew that Rosario Dawson was there. And it's like, oh my God, this is going to be great. No, it wasn't, man. No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
Brandy return.
What?
Yeah.
Brandy returns.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, yeah. Brandy returned.
Brandy. Gross. Yeah.
You know, no, I'm just bringing that up. You know, just the fact that what's been going on with this whole deal with Cody. And I think his ego is getting the best of him.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that it was Brandy did that whole thing with sitting down and saying "fuck you" to Malachi Black. That was all on her because people were and this is what I heard. She saw that people were booing Cody, so she was just playing that heelish type role by doing that.
Yeah, I hated that they're trying to say, yeah, Cody's turning heel. No, he's not. He's just getting booed because he fucking sucks at what he's doing right now.
It's not terrible, that he sucks, you know.
Not as a wrestler. Character-wise, he's
it's just getting out of hand. Yeah. It's getting out of hand. And then, of course, the biggest blunder there with Arn Anderson. What the fuck was that?
Malachi should be the heel in this. I don't understand.
He should have.
With that, it's like
he should have.
No,
but I think the thing is, honestly, I think it's because of Malachi Black. He's too much of a fan favorite for people to boo him.
Yeah,
you know, and they've been trying everything they can to boo Malachi Black, to have him do whatever he did, you know, to Arn before,
right?
You know, but wasn't working. Obviously, this match showed it. You know, the whole storyline, like I said, and this is why I was bringing up Rosario Dawson. This is all a Cody thing. This is all Cody saying, "Oh, we should do this and this, and then you do this, and I'll bring in Rosario, and then you go in and attack her, and then I'll do that, and then the day that we fight, we're gonna do this. We'll throw Arn and make it seem like none of it worked. None of it worked, and I feel sorry for Malachi Black. He doesn't deserve this.
No,
he really doesn't. But yeah, I gave it a 1.5.
You know, I have to say this as an honorable mention for low points. Sting and Darby Allin defeating FTR. Bro, if you're FTR, you should be thinking about going back to WWE because they're doing the same shit and you probably make more money in WWE. Because you tapped out to Sting.
You know, as soon as they got there, they won the championships, like a month or two, maybe less than that. And then they haven't even been near the title scene since then.
No.
And I guarantee they're going to be like, you know, what was probably told to them was like, oh, you guys are going to form like a new Four Horsemen. And then look what they did. Shawn Spears? Seriously? Wait, what? Shawn Spears? What? No.
Ridiculous.
Tully Blanchard with y'all? Serving drinks? What the fuck? I'll go back. Shit.
Yeah. High points of Dynamite, WWE. Of Dynamite, I don't think anybody's going to have a different one. I'm going Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. I did go 3.5, though. I wanted to go 4, but I did not like the ending. I did not like a draw finish. Like, this is something that needed to have a finish, whether it been disqualification or distraction or something. A draw, I know it leads to a bigger match probably. Kenny Omega's already saying there's not going to be a rematch, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, 3.5. I thought this was a great match. I thought Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega put up a good show. Clay, high points.
I agree 100% with you. Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson, and everything you've said, Rick, I agree 100%. I gave it a 4. This should have had a fucking ending. I know what they were trying to do to protect Kenny Omega or to protect Bryan. But in this, especially if you're just going to have a one match, you need to have a finish. And these guys killed it. The whole thing. I don't think one time where I wasn't invested in this and you do a draw like that and it just ruined the whole damn thing.
And I'll tell you one thing also, placement. Why is this the opening match? Why is this not the main event?
Yeah.
Yes.
As you may know, none of us, and Tony hasn't gone yet for his highest point, but none of us has mentioned the main event, Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho, as a low point or a high point yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? That wasn't a fucking main event worthy. Unless Tony says it right now. Tony, what's your high point?
Well, it was Ruby versus Britt. No, I'm kidding. No, it was Danielson versus Omega. I gave it a 4.5 though. But you're right. The ending was just downright awful. Why would you do that?
Yep.
Why? But then again, a lot of people were expecting Brian Danielson to win.
Yep.
So maybe, I don't know. Now I'm gonna throw this at you. I was considering it, but I was like, you know what? We'll take a vote amongst the Wrestling POV crew. Does this match really deserves to be in the vault for match of the year? I gave it a 4.5. I think if there was a better outcome, I would have gave this match. Yeah. But the way the outcome was on a title match, you did a time limit draw? Seriously? Ridiculous. But I gave it a 4.5. But does this deserve to be in the vault?
Listen, it's very old school, right? What they did. That's a very old school outcome.
Clay already said no.
Draw finish. I know he did. But that's a very old school finish.
True. We don't see that a lot.
So, we don't see it a lot. So it's very it's like, wow, okay. It was a great match. The Pro Wrestling gave it a 5 stars rating. Yep. I think it's the finish. I don't like the finish.
It's the finish.
I can't put it in the vault for that kind of a finish. And the hype was there. Everybody was excited to see it. Like everything about it was great, but that finish is just keep it out.
Well, it's unanimous. It doesn't matter what I think then. So it does not go in the vault. Now, we brought up Ruby and Britt.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what you guys gave it.
I gave it a 1.5.
Wow.
Really?
I gave it a 2.5.
I gave it a 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think what it is, honestly, and nothing against, it's a lot against the match. The match wasn't really that good. And on top of that, I was going in, and I mentioned this last week too. The simple fact that, Ruby's only 2-0 and she got a title shot. Meanwhile, you got Jade Cargill, who's 14-0, still hasn't got a title shot. But I see why, though. I'm not trying to be fair. I do see why. She's very, very green, and Ruby's a lot more experienced. But at the same time, here we go, and nobody's calling out on this. The fact that former WWE are going to AEW, they're going to get treated right. They need to go to AEW. Sorry to say, Bryan Danielson didn't win the championship, and neither did Ruby Soho.
Yep.
Okay. And on top of that, FTR lost to Darby Allin and Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. Overall, I gave Dynamite this week a 1.7. Clay.
I gave Dynamite a 2.4.
Wow. 2.4.
I did.
Wow.
Holy shit. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Tony.
I gave it a 1.33.
Whoa.
Even with the 4.5, I gave it a 1.33. Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn. Wow. Okay. That made me look stupid.
Their POV, man. Shit. We're just wild by
it. We're going right into NXT. Low points for.
Why don't you do your low point?
Low points for me, I'm telling you right now. First of all, there was a lot of them. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of low points because what is going on with NXT 2.0 with all these squash matches? It just doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. Clay, go into it. What's your low point?
Ridiculous.
I got
That's what you just said, Rick?
Ridiculous.
It sounded like you said it's ridiculous. You made a new word.
As I was saying, it pissed me off. Like, I don't have one match in particular that's a low point, but all of these fucking squash matches.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, I understand you're trying to build guys up and be this, like, dominant, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're having, 2-minute matches, does that really make them this, like, hype? So I gave all the squash matches a 1.
Wow.
All of them. Every single one that they had. I hated that whole ordeal. I don't understand it. Like, having one squash match is fine, but I think there was like 4 or 5.
Yep.
Really. And stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, your little points.
My little point, it was Ciampa's promo in the opening. First of all, I don't know why all those guys were in there. It was ridiculous. To say that we're doing big things with all these men and women. There was no women in the ring. Know your audience, bro. Talking to the belt. That was 3 years ago. That worked. That doesn't work now.
Yeah.
Like the whole Goldie thing, that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bad promo. And I gave that a 0.5. Amongst others I did as well. But I also have to mention Joe Gacy. That promo. First of all, bro, Kevin Owens wants his stick back, bro.
Yes.
That's Kevin Owens, bro. He's doing Kevin Owens' stick in NXT. He got the Canadian accent and everything. I don't even know if he's from Canada. He's just that's Kevin Owens' thing, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard about it. Like they took it off the air. Like they're not running it for whatever reason, something like that, right?
They're not doing his gimmick.
Oh, okay.
We're saying because they're saying, and to put it this way, the New York Post even reported this. So it's like, what the fuck? And they're saying because it offended the woke. What do they call it? The woke. They're called the woke or cancel culture. Those people, the woke people, whatever the fuck they're called, because it was poking fun at them. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah. So
but, Joe Gacy is Kevin Owens 2.0, and I don't.
And he looks a little bit like him too.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're doing everything that Kevin Owens does, bro.
Yeah. It's like Kevin Owens is Mountain Dew, and then Joe Gacy is like the
Mellow Yellow.
Brand. Yeah, Mellow exactly. That one. Lightning. Mellow Lightning. That's it. I couldn't remember what it said. I was like, yes, that's it.
But it goes to show what we buy too.
All right,
man, fuck y'all.
Tony,
buy Coca-Cola or buy cola?
Tony, your low points.
Oh my lord! Wait, is it called Mount Lightning? I think so. Like I know the Dr. Pepper brand is. I thought
it's Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder, yes, that's what.
That's Dr. Pepper one, yeah.
Damn, Rick, you knew that right away. You're like, it's Dr. Thunder. Get it right. Wow. All right. So the generic Tony Diaz. You said the
low points, yeah.
Low point. Geez. Yeah, you're right. But I'm gonna go with Mandy's promo.
Bro. Yep.
That was terrible.
God awful.
I love Mandy Rose, but you was there for what reason? And if it was to improve on your promos, you still need to work on it. I gave it a 1. Terrible.
Yeah, she pulled the Tony Diaz too. She made up a word and just kept going.
Wait, what word was it?
I forgot.
Pull the Tony Diaz. That's fucked up. What word did she use?
I forgot what it was. But it was right in the beginning. She was saying it, and she was like batteredly or something like that. She was like, yeah. She's like, she was batteredly, and then she just kept going. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, listen, it's better than her stopping.
She did call me, and she asked me, listen, I need to be a little bit different. I said, use batteredly, man. Nobody will know. Nobody will not know. She's like, okay, all right, Tony. Thank you. Call you next week. You better.
High points for me of NXT was Pete Dunne and Rich Holland versus Ciampa and Braun Breaker. I gave it a 3. I thought this match was impressive, not only for all the other 3, but Braun Breaker, man. The name kills him, honestly, but he is talented.
Now, does he sound like his dad or does he sound like
Scott? He sounds like
does,
Scott.
right?
Scott, yeah.
It's funny as hell. Looks like his dad, sounds like Scott. So it's a mixture between the two. But yeah, you're right. The name is like not working at all.
No. And everybody, I don't think anybody has said that name is good.
No.
Eric Bischoff actually said it's too close to Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I agree with him.
That's a mistake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tony, your high points.
Yeah. The Dunn and Ridge versus Braun and Ciampa. I gave it a 3. I am impressed with Braun, though. I am. It's just the damn name. Get rid of that name. He should have been just what was it?
Rex Steiner.
Rex Steiner. What was wrong with that name? It's right there, WWE, and you had it and you fucked it up. Yes. But I gave it a 3. Good match.
Yeah.
All right, and Rick.
My highest point was Roderick Strong defeating Kushida for the Cruiserweight title. Gave it a 2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm laughing is because I gave it a 2.5, but that was the highest.
Yeah. It's just like,
wow.
First of all, wait till you hear my overall. NXT was hot garbage. I tell you, with all these squash matches, Joe Gacy's ripoff of Kevin Owens. Amari Miller, when she was backstage with Kaylee Ray. First of all, I didn't know who Amari Miller was. Why is she having a brawl with Kaylee Ray?
Exactly.
And then she comes out with Bubbles.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that, you know?
Now you're taking Emma's gimmick.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
I was waiting for her to do that, too.
No, it just didn't work. Terrible. Yeah.
I gave that match the 2.5 as well, the Roderick Strong versus Kushida. So,
yeah.
Wow. I agree with you. Overall, and this should be interesting, I gave NXT a 1.3. Tony.
Yeah, before I go into my overalls, I do got a quick side note. I'm already irritated with Trick. I can't stand the dude. And the reason why I'm saying that was because in that beginning promo with Ciampa, and Ciampa was talking, he was trying so hard to be the center of attention. It's like, bro, they teach you when you're in that kind of situation, you don't do that because you're taking away from what Ciampa was saying. Maybe that's why I gave it such a low point, was because I was getting irritated with him. It's like, first of all, I don't even know who you are, bro, and you trying to act like you all shut the fuck. You probably are talented. I don't fucking know, but you're already irritating the fuck out of me, so I don't like that. I gave it a 1.66 for the my overall.
Wow. And
yeah.
I gave NXT 2.0 a 1.1. Garbage, bro. Hot garbage. It was terrible, bro. How you have 4 fucking squash matches in one show?
Yeah.
It's god awful. Yeah. Let's go into the SmackDown breakdown. My lowest point. Huh? Oh, suck it. My lowest point has to be Happy Talk, 0.5. It's just like, I don't want to see fucking Baron Corbin, bro, talking. He is awful, bro. This whole
return of Riddick Moss.
Yeah, sure.
No, man. This whole gimmick is awful. It is garbage. It's just 0.5. Tony, what's your low points, SmackDown?
Seth's promo. It's like, why are they still dragging this? He already beat him. He's on the sidelines. There's rumors of Edge going to Raw, and you're still trying to call him out for what? What's supposed to happen?
Yeah.
What is supposed to happen? You guys have another match at Survivor Series? Because that's what it looks like. Because it's not going to happen in Extreme Rules, obviously.
No.
0.5, and on top of that, it was long.
Yeah,
long, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Ridiculous.
Clay, what's your low points of SmackDown?
Lowest point for me had to be Nikki ASH versus Natalia.
Ooh.
I give
yes, it was.
What the fuck was that? And especially doing it to somebody like Natalia, you're gonna do that a quick roll up pin? Are you fucking kidding?
I'm telling you, WWE's being petty. They letting Natalia know. So Owen Hart wants to go to AEW. All right,
especially give that a win to Nikki like that. You're gonna have Nikki roll her up like that,
bro. Dude, I'm telling you, man. First of all, I didn't even mention it. I thought the fucking tag team title match was deplorable. How the fuck do you give them the belts, bro? How do you give them the belts? And then the what makes it even worse, and you know what? I may go to hell for this. Fucking, you're going to have them come out and be like, Connor was somebody we really looked up to. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You don't know Connor.
I say,
he wasn't
I don't think there when he showed up. Yeah.
No.
Neither one of them were.
No. Stop this. Like, it's like, this is why WWE gets a bad rap. Because you are fucking, like, sucking every fucking last ounce out of this fucking dead kid. And it's fucking horrible, bro. I hate it. I hate it when this time of year comes around because it's just like you guys are just taking advantage of this shit.
Now, Rick, I want you to clarify yourself.
Yes.
Somebody does get offended of what you are saying right now.
Yes.
I agree with you. I do.
Yes.
I really do. But you might have to, I don't want to put down either because it might offend somebody else. But.
No, I honestly, I think Connor's Cure is a great thing. You know, I think it's great for what they do. But when you start implementing it into storylines, that's when I feel like you're just taking advantage of it. Mm-hmm. Like, again, like I said about MJF. MJF has this thing about cheap heat. This is cheap babyface thing. You know, this is you're trying to get over with the fans by using a kid who passed away. You know, I don't like that. I love that you give this opportunity to this kid and his family and to the Pediatric Cancer Society and stuff like that. I think that's great. I think you give knowledge to people and you know what? There's great opportunities to donate and make money. But at the end of the day, you don't have to keep having your superstars come out and say, well, Connor, I was a big fan of, and this, like, no, you weren't. You didn't know Connor. You didn't know anything about him. Why are you coming out here cutting a promo about him? Why not just say Connor's Cure is great, whatever, and just keep it moving? But you went and dragged it out, and then you give them the tag team titles. They don't deserve the tag team titles. Nikki Ash is trash, bro. He's garbage, bro. Garbage. Sorry. And then you haven't beat Natalya like that. That's why I didn't want the belts on Natalya and Tamina, because I knew they couldn't live up to it. I knew they couldn't keep up with it. I knew Tamina couldn't keep up with it for sure. And and they went and did this. And you took the belts away and you gave it to Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH, who doesn't make sense as a tag team. Another obscure tag team has the tag team titles, guys. Why do we keep doing this? This is why the tag team division sucks. Because we keep giving it to random tag teams thrown together. What's the deal with wrestling? Fuck, man.
Seinfeld reference, people.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, man. All right, let's get into the high points of SmackDown, which were very few. You know what? I'm going to shock people with this. I'm going with Zelina Vega defeating Liv Morgan.
For some reason, 2.5. I knew you were going to pick that.
Yeah. Zelina got to win.
Zelina
got to fucking win, bro. 2.5 just because Zelina got to fucking win. And she did a slow-ass Canadian Destroyer. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys go, and then I'll say why that was my highest point as well. Tony, your high point SmackDown.
My high point was Montez versus Roman, and I tell you, this had potential to be a very, very good match. I gave it a 3.5, but I didn't like the ending with this one either because where was Dawkins?
Yeah, exactly.
So he just said, bruh. Or wait, I'm gonna let you get your ass beat on this one. I'll be back next week though, or I'll be back this weekend. Actually, you know, but it had potential. The potential was there, and they fucked it up at the end. But I still gave it a 3.5. I thought it was good.
All right, Clay, high points.
Highest point for me was Montez Ford versus Roman Reigns. I gave it a 2.5.
Oh wow,
I understand where they were going. Like Tony said, I expected more from this. Like Montez as a worker, Roman as, you know, as dominant as he is. I kind of understand where they were going, but I just expected more. I hated the ending, just like Tony said too. So I gave it a 2.5.
Just didn't make sense.
No.
I'll tell you this. It didn't make sense, and that's why I didn't give it my highest point. Montez Ford does not belong in the ring with Roman Reigns.
No.
I don't care. Like, it doesn't, like, he can go. He's a great athlete. But story-wise, He does not belong in the ring with Roman Reigns, and that match should not be 20 minutes long.
No,
it should not be 20 minutes long.
But it was something about it though.
Yeah,
that was like off to me, I guess.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's what you just said, Rick. I think it's because Montez does not belong in the same ring as Roman.
No.
At this point. Yeah. It might be that. I mean, I don't know.
No.
And we're not saying that disrespectfully because Montez is very good talent.
He's great.
But against Roman, it was a little bit. But I mean, like I said, I gave it a 3.5, and I know I sound hypocritical what I just said, but you're right, though. You're right.
Yeah. Overall, I gave SmackDown this week a 1.4. Tony.
Wow. I gave it a 1.56, and I do have a side note because something is going in the book.
Okay.
Not right now. Go ahead, Clay.
All right, Clay.
Overall, I gave it a 1.7.
All right. Tony's your side note?
My side note is something's going in the book, and I'm calling it premature collapsiation. The table.
Okay. Yes.
Obviously, they were supposed to do something with the table, and the minute Montez stepped on it, it collapsed. So it's going in the book. It might be just I don't know, but premature collapsiation.
All right, premature collapsiation. You just read the book.
All right.
That was it.
All right, now we're going into AEW Rampage. For me, we're going right into low points. It was Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford, 0.5. I'm tired of that storyline. They did the same thing the last couple of Rampages or Dynamites, whichever that match was on, the whole brass knuckle thing.
Yeah.
And
they keep missing. They keep missing the brass knuckles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Penelope got the victory. You had the bunny come out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just to me, it didn't make any sense. Like, that's just like Eva Marie and Doudrop. Do something different. Something. It's similar.
Yep.
Tony, your low points of Rampage.
Same thing. It was that match itself. I gave it a 1. It was just terrible. I wasn't invested in it. I wasn't interested in it. I was dozing off. I was dazing off. I was playing a game throughout this whole thing. Should have been a bathroom break, but I gave it a 1. Terrible.
All right. And Rick, low points.
All right, just to be a little bit different, I got to go with the main event. Again, you have John Moxley in the main event with Eddie Kingston where they don't belong. And they defeated Lance Archer and Suzuki. Now, that's fine. They beat
and I'm sorry.
But Homicide, bro. Yeah. Homicide? Bro, I love Homicide. Don't get me wrong. LAX was my shit in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Homicide didn't look good. He did not look good at all.
He didn't get a good pop either.
No, he didn't. And he was in New York, bro.
And he did not get a good pop. And Eddie Kingston, I'm sorry to say, and I'm not blaming the New York crowd. I really am not. Eddie Kingston's from New York, and he didn't even get a good pop.
No,
but he was trying to hype himself up because he's in New York. This is my time, blah, blah, tearing their shirt off and blah blah blah. It's like, what the fuck are you, bro? Serious?
The chops he was
Zero
doing.
Pop. Oh,
the corner on Lance Archer.
That's called the machine gun chop.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And I'm sorry, that's never. I don't fuck. It probably was, but it was just so ridiculous. Now, no independent people were doing that shit. I think it's ridiculous. It's churlish. It's freaking terrible.
It belongs to the church.
That too.
All right. High points for me of Rampage was the Young Bucks and Adam Cole versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. I gave it a 3. Fully invested in this whole match. I was hyped for it. I was ready for it, and they delivered. Everybody in this match worked well. And to get the Young Bucks and Cole a victory, not surprising at all there, but I'm happy with it. So I gave it a 3. Rick, high points.
My highest point has to go to the Lucha Bros and Santana Ortiz defeating the Hardy family, whatever it is called, the HFO.
HFO.
I really enjoyed Lucha Bros and Santana Ortiz. I can't wait till they turn on each other and we have Lucha Bros versus Santana Ortiz because that's going to be amazing.
That's the match.
But I gave it 3.5. That was my highest rating of the night.
All right. And Tony?
Yeah, for me, it was Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Christian and Jurassic Express. I gave it a 3. Again, I'm going to say this until whenever the Young Bucks retire. Not a fan of them, but fan of their wrestling, and you can't knock that. So I gave it a 3.
All right. Overall, I give Rampage a 1.8. Rick.
I gave it a 2.1.
Wow. And Tony?
I gave it a 2.25.
All right. It is now time for Raw versus Dynamite versus NXT versus SmackDown versus Rampage. Currently, Raw's ahead 7 to SmackDown 6 to Dynamite and NXT's 5 to Rampage's 0. I'm going to go first. My highest rating of the week was a 2.1 for Rampage. Rampage was 2 hours this week, so it was definitely worthy of a 2.1. So I'm going with Rampage this week. Clay.
For me, and how I have it, I have Dynamite as my top one, but I feel like Rampage was the better show. I will say that just for it being 2 hours. I think what my biggest hype for Dynamite was the Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. I really enjoyed that match. Just looking at it in general. So I'm going to have to go with Rampage this week as well.
All right. And Tony, just for shits and giggles?
Yeah, for shits and gigglies. I have Rampage first, Raw second, NXT third, SmackDown fourth, and AEW Dynamite at last this week. Yeah, I agree. Rampage this week, finally.
Wow, Rampage gets on the board, gets a 1.
But I will say this, though. I think because they were 2 hours is the reason why.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, for sure.
I also had Dynamite and Raw above it, but I wasn't really invested in Raw just because of this whole Extreme Rules pay-per-view. They did not book this well at all, Raw or SmackDown. So I think that's what killed it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That's just reasoning. So, yeah.
All right. With that being said, it's now time for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view points game.
All right. Those that are new to the show, basically, each match is worth a certain amount of points. You wager those points, and all you do is pick who the winner is and the outcome, which is an additional 5 points. So you got to pick whether it's a pin, submission, disqualification, a count out, or a no contest. If you pick a no contest, you cannot pick a winner. Just remember that. But the only advantage to that is that while everybody else will get theirs wrong and you pick no contest, you will get those additional 5 points. And it's better than being in the negative, because if you get it wrong, you will be in the negative, including the outcome of the match. And you don't want to do that. We've been NASCARing this shit because why? We're giving away a custom undisputed title to the winner next year. So you have to be in it to win it, as so to speak. So if it doesn't make sense, just email us and send us an email to explain more in detail if you really don't understand. It's not hard to play. It's quite easy. You just got to be smart to do it. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. The first matchup from what I have here, it's not in order, so don't kill the messenger, is Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. This is only 5 points with the 5-point outcome. Rick, I'm going to start off with you. Who you got?
I'm going with Drew, 5 points, pin.
Okay. Clay, who do you got?
I got Drew McIntyre, 5 points, pin.
I'm also going to go with Drew McIntyre, 5 points, pin. Up next, we have Liv Morgan versus Carmella. Clay, who you got? This is also 5 points with a 5-point outcome.
This one for me, seeing how Liv Morgan lost on SmackDown, where the hell would they be going with this anyway? But
yeah,
I'll go with my gut. I'm going to go ahead and say Liv Morgan, 5 points, pin.
Yeah, I'm going the same way. Liv Morgan, 5 points, pin. They kind of herbed her on SmackDown, and we'll see what happens on normally she would get the win on the pay-per-view. So, yeah, I'm going Liv Morgan, 5 points, pin. Rick, who you got?
If this was on the pre-show, I would say probably Liv Morgan loses. But if it's on the main card, which I think it is, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan, 5 points, pin. I think she needs a win. she needs.
Yeah. All right. Up next is for the SmackDown titles, the Usos versus the Street Profits. This is 15 points with a 5-point outcome. I'm going to stick with the Usos. They can't take the belt off them right now. The Bloodline story is going way, way too good. So I'm going with the Usos. I'm going full 15, and I'm going to pin. Rick, who you got?
Usos, 15 points, pin.
Clay, who you got?
Usos 15 points pin. This bloodline storyline, you cannot take any of the titles off this group at all. You can't do it.
No.
So 15 pin.
Up next, we have for the U.S. title, Damian Priest versus Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy in a triple threat. Oh, so if it's a triple threat, so the DQ is out on this one.
Yep.
And I'm going to say the no contest either, or that could still be done.
I think it can still be done, but no count out, I don't think either.
And no count out. So just be aware of that. So it is, though, a pin or submission. So I have it 15 points with the 5-point outcome, but it's either a pin or submission. Those are the only two you can pick. Rick, who you got?
I got to go Damian Priest. I'm going to go 10 points pin. I just don't want to. I'm just scared of like Shane. Like Jeff is the fall guy here, right? Like it's not.
You would think he is.
Yeah, but he can end up winning. Like I don't want it though.
Clay.
All right, for me, Jeff would be the fall guy here. I don't see that's. I think that's the whole reason why he was thrown into this.
Yeah.
And I could see Sheamus winning. I really could, but I'm going to go with my gut. Damian Priest, 13 points pin.
All right. I'm also going to go Damian Priest. I'm going to go 14 points pin.
All right.
14 points pin. All right. Up next, we have Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. This is 20 points with a 5-point outcome. This one's on you, Clay. Who you got?
You know, going into this, I expected more from Alexa, but what I saw on Raw, it's like, you can't give this title to Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry. As much as a huge fan I am of Alexa, this character's dry. This character needs a reboot, something. Or to even stop the whole character in general. So I'm going to go Charlotte, 20 points. Now, this is where it's tough because I don't know if they would make Alexa tap or if a pin here.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go pin. Charlotte, 20, pin. Yep.
Wow. I'm going to go Charlotte, 20, submission. I think she will submit her. It's going to be one of those where she's not going to tap out, but she's going to pass out, and they're going to consider that a submission. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think there's going to be some Fugazi shit that's going to happen in this match, but I just hope it doesn't make it too ridiculous. So, Rick, who you got?
I'm going back and forth on this one. Honestly, I think it's going to Alexa. I think Charlotte needs to take some time off with this whole thing with her dad going down. I think there's a lot of stuff going on with that. So I'm going with Alexa Bliss. I am going 5 points pin.
Wow. Up next is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. This is 20 points with a 5-point outcome. It's on me. I'm going to go Becky Lynch, 20 points pin. Yeah, but this is going to be a long match, though.
Yeah. It
Rick,
better be longer than the last match they had.
Yeah.
Drive me.
Yeah. Rick, who you got?
I'm going with Becky, 20 points pin, and I think Sasha comes back and messes with Bianca.
Feud with Bianca. Yeah, it's that way she's away from the title picture, and then somebody else will be in this title picture for.
I think if Liv Morgan wins, I think she's going to be in the title picture come Survivor Series. Yeah.
Okay. Clay, who you got?
I got Becky, 20 points pin. I feel like the man's here to stay.
Yeah. Yep. Up next for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus the Demon, Finn Balor. Extreme Rules match. This is 25 points with a 5-point outcome, even though just remember, it's a Extreme Rules match, so there is no count out and there is no DQ. So you can pick a pin, submission, or no contest, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, Rick, it's on you. Who you got?
I got to go with Roman. 25 points pin. I think he's going to be the first to defeat the Demon. So
you're right.
25 points, yeah.
Yeah. Clay, who you got?
I'm going to go Roman 25 points, but I'm going to say submission.
Wow.
Just as Roman be this dominant, And how much dominant more could Roman put on Balor than making the demon either tap or pass out?
Yeah.
I think that would escalate it more. So I'm going to say Roman 25 submission.
Yeah, you know what? I was just about to say pin, but I'm going to go Roman 25 points. And you just changed my mind, Clay. I'm going to go submission.
Okay.
It's going to be, but you know what? Oh, damn, I just confused myself. I was going to say, are they really going to make two people pass out in the same night from a submission? You know what I'm saying?
One of them may have to tap.
Alexa, I want to help you out here, Tony. Alexa's not going to pass out from a figure 8. She's definitely going to tap.
Okay. I'll go submission. All
right.
Fuck. I just made it hard. Damn it. All right, Rick, you win, right? Yeah. All right, up next we have Big E versus Bobby Lashley. This is 25 points with a 5-point outcome. Clay, who you got?
Damn. Well, you know what?
I didn't even know this was a match.
I didn't either. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Raw and SmackDown did not give this pay-per-view any snub at all.
No.
Like, I didn't even know Drew McIntyre and Jinder was still going on.
Me neither.
Whatever. I didn't know. But you know what? I'm going to say with this, Big E just got the title.
Yeah.
I don't see him losing that.
Mm-hmm.
But Bobby could be on a tear, and Bobby come back and be this dominant heel again and get that title. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to say Big E, 15 points pin.
Wow.
Yeah. I need some points in it, but
yeah, no, I hear you. This one's difficult for me because it's like, all right, so you can't take the belt off Big E this quick, can you? But Lashley's on a whole different level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Big E. Yeah, this one's difficult for me. I'm gonna go Big E 20 points. I don't think he'll beat him with a pin though. Man.
He does have that muffler submission he uses from time to time.
Yeah, but would they really make Bobby tap though? Or pass out?
There's no way.
No.
There's no way. I'm gonna go Big E 20 points. Damn, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go with a pin. It's gonna be out of nowhere.
No.
Now wait a minute. Orton and Riddle, they're not defending the belts this weekend?
I guess not.
Oh, fuck them. All right. Rick, who you got?
I mean, you guys made this sound so difficult. It's Big E 25 points pin. There's no other way, if ands or buts about it. It's 25 points. That's what it is, bro. Big E's going to win this match.
All right. If you say so. All right. And lastly, the announce table. This is an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but will the announce table get destroyed? It's on me. I'm going to say yes. I will say yes. Rick, what do you got?
Yes, absolutely.
Clay.
Yes.
All right. There you go. That is your Extreme Rules pay-per-view points game. Good luck to you all. It's still not too late to enter. You still can be in it to win it. This is going to go on for a year.
Yeah.
Okay? So tell your friends to play along. Okay? Tell them it's okay. It's all right. They can still play. They'll be in the bottom at first, but keep on playing. You can reach to the top. All right. You know what? It's time for the book. Those that are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh, a good ha-ha, and anything can go in the book. So, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The way.
They weren't on NXT.
They weren't on NXT.
They weren't. Tony's hatred for Sasha because she sucks.
Stays.
It can come out. Clay stays. Heyman's good. You guys took too long. Heyman's googly eyes.
Stays.
Morrison's cock-a-doodle-doo.
He wasn't there. I think we take him out.
Yeah, let's take it out. He wasn't there.
Nope.
I mean, it's ridiculous because he's got to stop with that Johnny Drip shit. Jesus. Sasha's ghetto laugh. We did say when she comes back. So it stays. Baldy Sands, go fuck yourself.
Fuck him.
Stays.
Aziz's jacket.
Stays.
Omos's choppers.
Stays.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots. He fucking did it again.
Yeah.
he did.
Jesus,
bad.
man, he's got to stop that. Cody's damn ego stays,
Stays.
bruh, stays. I gotta ask, are you guys gonna watch Roads to the Top?
No.
Nope.
It's right after Dynamite.
No,
I'll turn it
no.
off.
Serious?
Yes. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, just asking. Britt
Tony's
Baker's
gonna be watching.
what's that?
Tony's gonna be watching.
I am.
Well, okay.
Britt Baker's Badonka booty butt stays.
Stays.
New NXT logo
Stays.
crosses BDSM. I think we could take it out. The man just got engaged.
Yeah.
Take him out. He just got engaged, guys. He probably needs it for his honeymoon. Orton's extra large shorts.
That stays.
Stays.
And the new entrance to the book, premature collapsiation.
Stays.
I can't wait to get rid of that shit. Jesus Christ, man. I hate saying it already. And I put the shit in. All right, that's it for the show. After the show, we will be playing the 5-second shuffle game. And those that are new to that, all it is just I play 5 seconds of a song. I hit the shuffle button on my phone, and these guys got to guess it. That's all it is. They just got to guess it. And the first one to 5 wins. Right now, the champion is Clay Cummings, defeated Rick last week to become a 5-time, 6-time, 7-time champion, some shit like
Somewhere
that.
around there. Yeah.
Rick, I'm surprised that you haven't even counted on that one.
37-time champ.
Jesus Christ already.
Oh,
All right. So with that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man
Clay Cummings.
and the third wheel.
Rick Terrell the third.
All right. Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all tomorrow night for the Aftermath show.
Peace out.
All right, Clay, you have the champion's advantage. You can go first or pass it on to Rick.
I'll go first.
All right, here you go.
I'm a nice man. Yeah, I'm a nice man.
Billy Gunn.
Yes, Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Ass man.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's ridiculous. All right, Rick, here you go.
Is that the British Bulldog?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Holy shit. Good one. Was it
Nice.
the dog barking in the
The
beginning?
dog, yeah.
I was thinking it was Junkyard Dog, but
Wait, did he have an entrance song?
I'm not sure.
Did he?
I'm not sure.
Wow, that still would have been a good guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, tied up at 1. Clay, this is for you.
Is that Liv Morgan?
No, it is not. Rick for the steal.
Is that I don't know. It's Bianca Belair.
No, it is not. It's Priscilla Kelly from AEW.
Oh, okay.
All right, Rick, this goes to you. Here you go.
Is that Karrion Kross?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Ricky Steamboat?
No, it is not. It's the theme song for FTW Team Taz.
Oh, I hear it
Sounds so
now.
familiar. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, it goes to Clay.
Yeah.
Tied up at 1. Clay, this is for you.
Is that TJP?
No, it is not. Rick for the steal.
I feel like it's AEW. But I'm gonna go with Angel Garza.
No, it is not. It's the Colognes. Remember them?
Ah.
The Colognes. Actually, this is like the first time we played their song.
Yeah.
All right, still tied up at 1. Rick, this goes.
Yeah.
This one's for you.
Beth Phoenix. It's not.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Natalia.
No, it is not. It's Brody Lee.
Bro.
Oh, is it really?
D.
Yeah, Brody Lee.
Aw,
Yep.
okay.
Guys, remember this. AEW's in here. You got 3 AEW songs on here so far. All right, goes to Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tied up at 1. Here you go.
Rhino.
No, it is not. Rick for the steal.
This is bad, bro. We're doing bad today. Mojo Rawley.
No, it is not. It's Mike Awesome. Remember him?
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, Rick, this goes to you.
I'm on my own.
Bianca Belair.
Yes, Bianca Belair. You're up 2-1. Clay, this one's for you. Here you go.
I'm -1.
Is that Alexa Bliss?
No, it is not. Rick for the steal.
Is that Ricochet?
No, it is not. It's -1. Brody Lee's son.
Oh my God.
Ain't that weird?
Really?
Something?
He's
Isn't that
got an
something?
entrance theme?
Apparently,
Wow.
yeah. You didn't hear him in the beginning. He goes,
I'm
I wouldn't have guessed that was him, though.
No?
Weird. Listen, Brody Lee and his son in the same. Wow. Okay.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
That is weird. All right.
Yeah.
Who's it on?
Rick, I think.
Clay. No.
Is it on
Is
Clay?
it?
Wait, who just gets last?
Oh no, it's on me. It's on me. It's on me.
Rick.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah, it
'cause
is. 'Cause
I said Alexa
Ricochet.
Bliss.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's on
Yeah.
Rick. Here you go.
Is that Gallows and Anderson?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Dean Ambrose?
No, it's Aleister Black. His old theme music from WWE. All right, Rick's up 2-1. Clay, this one's for you.
Is that Tajiri?
No, it is not. Rick for the steal.
Ultimate Dragon.
No, it is not. It's Kai and Tai.
Fuck me. I said that last week.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
Ultimate Dragon.
Yeah. All right, still Rick's up still 2-1. Goes to Clay, right?
To Rick.
It's Rick, yeah.
Rick? Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Ryback.
Yes, Ryback. I have to wait for the thing to scroll across because it says on the table. I'm like, what? But then it didn't show Ryback's name. It said Shell Shocked. So I'm like, wait, is that Ryback? Yeah, it is Ryback. But then in the other parentheses, it says Ryback. So yes, it's Ryback. You're up 3-1. Clay, this one's for you.
Charlotte Flair.
Yes, Charlotte Flair on the board. 3-2. Rick, this goes to you.
Oof. No way, Jose.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Kamala?
No, it is not. It's the LWO. Latino World Order. Still 3-2. It goes to Clay, right?
Yep.
Yep. Here you go.
It could go either way. Sable.
Yes, Sable.
Thank God. Yes. All right.
Tied up at 3. Rick, this goes to you.
Let's go with I don't know. Tajiri.
No, it's not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Kushida?
No, it's Leva Bates from AEW.
No clue.
Nope.
No clue either. All right, Clay, this goes to you. Tied up at 3.
Viva la raza!
Eddie Guerrero.
Yes, Eddie Guerrero. You are up 4-3. Rick, this goes to you. Here you go.
The Four Horsemen.
Yes, the 4. I thought you was going to say Adam Page for a second. Tied up at 4.
Yep.
This one could win it. Clay, this goes to you.
Oh, I've heard this so many times, but damn it. FTR.
No, it is not. Rick for the steal and the win because I know he's going to get it.
What the fuck, bro? For real? Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke
God
Nakamura.
What the?
dang it. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I am shocked with that I think Clay might have to go back in the book for that one. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Times two. Fuck.
You
Gosh,
just need to
dang
look
it.
at his face.
Oh my gosh, man.
Wow. The minute you said, "Whoa," I know that. I was like, "What?"
He was fucking around.
Mm-hmm. I think because of that reason, I haven't heard it in such a long time because he keeps doing the Rick Boogs thing.
Yeah.
And fuck.
Wow. Holy shit. We do not own the damn rights. Wow.